Hi, my name is Dan Basinger. Today I'll be discussing some of the history behind psychedelic medicines, including both past and current studies, as well as uses, efficacy, and safety of these medicines. For those of you who are not aware of the psychedelic substances, I will inform you of some of the healing potential that they have. For those of you that are a little bit familiar with this concept, I will inform you of where our community is in terms of scientific understanding and what these medicines may do for us. Psychedelic medicines have been shown to be very effective at treating post-traumatic stress disorder, drug and alcohol addictions, treatment-resistant depression, as well as end-of-life anxiety. Thus, it's time we give scientists the green light to go ahead and start researching these substances and see if they can potentially help us. I've always personally been interested in psychedelic therapy. I know plenty of people that have read books, even known people personally who have had profound and positive experiences with psychedelic usage. I've personally done about 15 to 20 hours worth of research for this speech, so tried to put it together as well as I could here. The medicinal properties of psychedelic substances is not a new concept. Psilocybin therapy can be traced back to as early as 5000 BC. Native Americans and their usage of peyote can be traced back to 3700 BC. I actually have a picture of Guatemala. This is 1500 BC, and they had these mushroom stones right here, which are magic mushrooms or psilocybin. Just showed the value that they placed upon those medicines in their society. However, psychedelic interest or scientific interest in psychedelic therapy has not been a legitimate area of study until the last decade or so. LSD is perhaps one of the most promising and profound of these medicines, which was discovered actually on accident in 1938 by scientist Albert Hofmann. Hofmann expressed his views on the medicine, stating, "I think that in human evolution it has never been as necessary to have this substance LSD. It is just a tool to turn us into what we are supposed to be." This discovery fascinated scientists and intellectuals alike and was the topic of over 1,000 medical journals and publications. LSD was scrutinized and kept out of the spotlight for the last 50 years, but again, the scientific community is now taking interest in psychedelic medicines again. Now that we know some of the key medicines, psilocybin and LSD namely, let's discuss some of the recent movements and trends that are coming with these medicines or upcoming trials. As of August 22nd, 2018, the FDA officially granted Compass Pathways permission to do the first large-scale psilocybin treatment therapy. One of the leaders in the Psychedelic Renaissance is the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, or MAPS, which is right here. The logo right here. MAPS was founded in 1986 by PhD Rick Doblin. Doblin says in describing the organization that it is the best way to describe the organization is as a non-profit pharmaceutical company focused on developing psychedelics and marijuana into FDA-approved medicines. The tenacity and scientists of activists has paid off in numerous ways. We're now under the trials, Compass Pathways is. Another way that we use, or scientists are trying to do trials on psychedelics, is a technique called microdosing. Microdosers typically consume 1/10 to 1/15 of a recreational dose of a psychedelic substance. You can microdose with LSD, psilocybin. Well, it's conjecture that you can do that. So, microdosing, according to the third wave, right here, users, if you can see that, users often report higher levels of creativity, more energy, increased focus, and improved relational skills. The study of microdosing, the first scale study of microdosing was launched on September 3rd, 2018 by the Beckley Foundation. Amanda Fielding, director of the Beckley Foundation, stated that since I first learned about LSD in 1966, before it was made illegal, I became aware of its great potential value for health and cognitive enhancement. Fielding, along with many other scientists, are very eager to unlock the potential of these medicines. Although the potential of psychedelics still remains a mystery to us, researchers and scientists are already seeing some dramatic results on small-scale trials. MAPS, the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, reported that a study on PTSD, millions of Americans suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, including hundreds of thousands of veterans. Yet standard drug therapy and therapy treatments have mixed success rates. Some cases of PTSD are considered untreatable, but researchers are seeing dramatic results from therapy that uses psychedelic drugs to treat PTSD, depression, and addiction. Therapy involving substances like psilocybin and MDMA, better known as ecstasy, show 80% success rates years after treatment. MDMA therapy has shown great remission in depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress, drug addiction, and have shown to be very beneficial for terminally ill patients as well. Many scientists think that if they're able to help sick people, they would be able to help healthy people as well. In terms of safety, many scientists are pushing for this to go mainstream. However, some will point to the safety of these medications, of these medicines, which is a fair argument. In response to this, large emphasis is placed on the surrounding environment, or set. Let's see, Dr. Rick Fadiman here, James Fadiman, describing the safety of psilocybin mushrooms. He says, they are incredibly safe, meaning psychedelic medicines, if you know what you're doing, but dangerous if not. And James Fadiman is a psychologist and co-founder of the Institute of Transpersonal Psychology. And here's my vision board, my board if you'd like to see it. Psychedelic medicines have been shown to be effective in treating numerous conditions. Scientists are very eager to get this movement underway, and their trials are underway, so we're looking forward to get starting in it.